Greetings, Earthlings. Welcome to planet Earth, where nothing makes sense, nothing seems real. Now am I going into the twilight zone? Place is a madhouse. It's just insane in the membrane. So for today's feature, you get to see my hand, man. And this aggression will not stand. And no, I'm not doing any kinds of weird witchcraft curses or whatever the buffoons are going to accuse me of. So here we go. This is the best I can do it. It will not let me upload this short. It was only a short video I made on my phone of something really amazing that happened this morning that I believe will encourage all of you battling against the wickedness, standing for righteousness, standing for the Most High God and Jesus Christ of Nazareth, that haven't bowed down to the system, the satanic system. And you need a little bit of encouragement. Well, I got you covered. But I just wanted to throw something out in this freak show that we find ourselves in, especially for you targeted angels. Heads up. Please keep trying to comment in the comments. I know it's frustrating. Or email me. My email is warriorangelhobo. That's right, because I'm all three. And a bag of chips. And at Gmail, okay? Because they're deleting. I tried to comment on someone's channel today just to even see if someone that actually doesn't talk about being targeted, talks about travel, okay? Just regular thing. And then another one that was a music. They delete those. I watched my videos or my messages being deleted. I copy paste, put it back on there, put it in a go cup and get the heck out, and 11 times, and it would not stick. So I got that going for me. And I know y'all get frustrated too, messaging me and I don't respond. They delete my own responses off of this channel. So we are speaking truth, because those that are part of the satanic charade, which is 90-something% of YouBoob now, unfortunately, they get promoted. So I'm just telling y'all, I love to hear y'all's comments, and I want to hear what y'all feel about what I'm seeing. This has happened to me off and on for several years. Yes, I'm aware of AI spying on us. The eye in the sky. Okay? I'm aware of all that, but this is deeper than that. This is just this morning in a 30-minute period. Maybe 40 minutes, okay? So, I get online and I emailed about something. And within seconds after emailing, not the person, okay, but a site that I was emailing to ask a question about something, within seconds, what I was asking about, that person just randomly emailed me and said, "Have you found out anything about this? I was just wondering about it." And I was thinking about them, right? I'm like, okay. That's one. Then I ordered something and I was excited because a lot of places I'm only at for, a couple of days to a week. Most hotels, most rented rooms and all that, you can't get packages. So I thought, well, before I have to leave where I'm at, I'm always moving around, y'all. Or most of the time, not always, but most of the time. For years and years, the satanic cabal has kept me homeless. Anyway, but I have a roof over my head, so I'm not complaining. But I'm just saying I was going to take advantage of being able to have something mailed to me. And it's been overdue and overdue and overdue. It says it arrived at the post office, yet I can't pick it up. Okay? I can't pick it up because they don't have a record of it, even though it says it arrived. So I physically went in there yesterday, y'all. This is a pretty busy hub. It's the main hub for the city I'm in. It's like the downtown location in like a regular sized city, right? Not a super big city, but not a small city. And when I walked in, there was no one in line at a post office, a pretty big one, okay? The central location, let me stress that again. There was no one in line. That was bizarre in itself because that place is usually packed, whatever time I've gone in there. And there was no one behind the counter. I had to say hello, and then, I don't know, a minute or two later, a woman walked, or I think it was a woman. It could have been a bot. I don't even know anymore. What's human and what's not? This is what's leading me to tell y'all and ask y'all your thoughts, and are you seeing these same kind of bizarre things going on? And she came from behind the counter, and I made a comment. I wasn't upset or anything. I was kind of smiling, and I said, wow, this is bizarre. There's no one in here. She goes, and I said, don't you think this is kind of strange? And she goes, no, not really. Just matter of fact. I'm like, huh? I can't remember ever going to a post office and number one, there's nobody behind the counter, and number two, nobody in line. What the heck? So that leads me to, again, what happened today. So not only the first scenario where I emailed somebody else, but I was thinking about this particular issue, and that particular person emailed me within seconds. Not a minute. I'm saying 3 seconds after the other one. And then the second thing was, so the post office issue. So I'm thinking about the post office issue. Didn't even get online to do anything about trying to make a claim yet. Just more red tape, right? And the person that I bought it from emails while I'm thinking it and says, have you gone to the post office? Did they find your package? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's 2 times. And then the third one, I am thinking about something, and what I'm thinking about appears online. What the heck? Have our brains been hacked? Have our thoughts been hacked? I didn't bow down to the beast. I do not consent. I didn't take the, you know what, y'all all know that. I was really adamant about warning people on what Father had shared with me. Okay? What in the world is this? Okay. So I'm just putting that out there. I want y'all's thoughts on how this is going on. Virtual reality. That song just popped into my head. Get it out! Okay. So now for the encouraging part, because I know some of y'all really need some encouragement. So this happened to me this morning. So I went for a short walk. It was so hot. It felt like I walked into a sauna. And the sun was just coming up. I'm like, this is miserable. So I came back in. And I decided I was going to go and sit outside. There's a little porch area, and anytime I have any kind of an outdoor area, which is very, very rare, I will take advantage of it and be able to sit outside, because y'all heard about just one thing that happens every time I go to any kind of park or outdoor area. I'm completely swarmed by these demons that take over the people that sold out. Okay? So when I come back in from my walk, I was first going to get online and read y'all's comments and answer y'all's comments. And I started to reach for my laptop. And instead I thought, you know what? This is Satan's device. I haven't read the Bible yet. I got up and I pray every morning. Of course I do that, but I was in a hurry to walk before it started getting really hot. So I didn't read the Bible yet. And I said, you know what? Why am I reaching for Satan's device first, other than reaching for Father's device, which is the Bible, right? And then I said to the Lord, Father, please give me that fire for you that I've had multiple times. Give me that really hardcore fire in my being to want you more than anything else, Lord. And I'm thinking just some sort of a sign, some sort of encouragement, reinforcement. Because he's always given me signs when I'm just feeling kind of like confused or frustrated or lost or even angry from time to time, sad, whatever. He'll give me a sign, as he does anyone that truly seeks him, okay? Ask and you will find. Knock and the door will be open. Seek and you will find, right? But most people don't seek him. That's why they don't hear from him. They don't know his voice. He wants us to know what? His voice, right? Some of y'all know why I do that. And as I said that, I opened up the door to go outside, and this is what I found. Okay, hold on. So here it is. You can see it says today, right? It's hard to do this and see what I'm doing. But it was today, let's see what time, 6:29 a.m. Okay, so it probably happened possibly 6:29 or 6:28 because I had to turn around and go back in to get the phone. Because no, it's not glued to my hip. Yep. And here we go.
Amazing. Wow.
That's directly in front of my bed.
There's no sign bigger than this. Wow. Wow. And the first butterfly I've seen.
Is that amazing? Let me rewind it again.
Resting on my windowsill. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Did it just hatch? There's no sign bigger than this. Wow.
And it's golden, y'all. So it sat there the whole time I was outside reading the Bible, maybe 45 minutes. It sat there. I was worried it was hurt. And I actually went and got water for it and put little droplets of water. I know it's goofy, but I don't know. I've never had a pet butterfly. And then it finally moved from the window to the window seal. And that window is directly, and I know it looks functified and dirty, but, you know, when you're low on funds, this is where you end up. Anyway, but you know what? It's a blessing. I love it. So I'm grateful I have a roof over my head, even if it's just for another day. So it was sitting directly on the window, which is where my bed was. And my bed, it's one little room, right? So like you see the dresser right here, the bed is on the other side of this laptop about this far, okay? And then the bathroom is right past that. So it's one little room, right? That's the window it shows out of the entire building. This is a big building, y'all. And it flapped its wings. Now, when you see it flapping its wings, it did it 2 times on camera and then one other time that I didn't get on camera because I didn't want to show like the whole details of where I'm at, like the building and all that. So anyway, 3 times, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, right? Amazing. And it was gold, like we get our golden wings. We go to streets of gold. Father's house is made of gold. Is this not amazing? So I was worried about it. After I got back in from reading the Bible and drinking coffee, it had moved, but it was still sitting there. It had moved to the ledge. So I Googled, good old Google. I Googled when butterflies are born, or I said hatched, because I didn't know what to call it. When butterflies hatch, do they just sit there? And guess what it says? This is amazing. Newly emerged butterflies typically sit still for a period of time after hatching. The process of emerging from the chrysalis and expanding the wings is energetically demanding. They need time to recover and may go into a dormant state called tupor. Topor. Never heard of that. Okay? It may take a few hours to be ready to fly. So the fact it sat there for 45 minutes, then I went back in and I looked again, and I'm going to say it was over an hour later before I noticed it was gone. It had just been born, y'all. Reborn. Do y'all see the symbolism of this? We are getting our wings. We are being reborn. The chrysalis, it says, hatching from the chrysalis. Christ consciousness. This is amazing. We are expanding our wings. We have gone through the fiery trial. We have been purified, UTIs, targeted angels. What else is kind of interesting was it was called, they may go into a dormant state called Topor, tupor. And yesterday, I had said some of these zombies, gang stalkers, whatever you want to call them, NPCs, they look like they have those eyes where they look like really surprised, like the white of their eyes are shown. And I said, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Tupac eyes, and I Googled it, and Tupac came up, which is funny in itself. That's a whole nother story. Actually, I'll tell y'all that story because it's really funny. It all goes with this. It all goes. It's all connected. And I didn't connect the Tupac thing that popped in my head yesterday, but it's connected with this. Anyway, and Sister Katie, you said that gave you a laugh, and it was actually called, what I was thinking of was called Sampuco eyes. Which reminded me of like Pac-Man, right? Sampuco eyes. Is that not funny? Tupac and Tupor kind of goes together. A dormant state. So we were in a dormant state. We have now been purified, reborn, and spreading our wings to fly. And that's why a lot of us have been so worn out. The process of emerging from the chrysalis